Well,
well, guys, let's just say, let me see, there we go, let's just say, I hate basically everything now. Oh my god! Why? And the reason I'm doing this inside my car outside is because it's 8 a.m. and my family's trying to sleep inside. So I figured if I wanted to get angry, I need to come outside and come in my car. Because that's the best way to go if I want to freaking scream. Oh my god, after all this crap. All these players entering the transfer portal for Tennessee. And now, Mike Matthews, 5-star receiver we got last year, has entered the transfer portal. Like, oh my god. Why? Dude. This is about ridiculous. Is he, like, upset because he didn't get any money like Boo Carter did? Like, I don't understand. Oh my god, we are going to suck next year. I'm fully convinced we're going to freaking suck. This is ridiculous. Like, I don't understand. Mike Matthews is going to be a starter next year. He was literally going to be starting. Listen, I love Heupel. I like what he's done with this program. But this is about ridiculous. We should not be losing all these players to the freaking transfer portal. Like, it makes me wonder, the volunteer club, Spire, the freaking talent fee that they added on, the extra 10% to our tickets that our fans buy, so they could put that toward NIL Collective. I wonder where that money actually goes. Because it sure as heck ain't being used on the players. Considering all these players are leaving and, not even having a top 10 class, you can say, oh, Tennessee's ranked number 11. What are you bragging on? What are you upset about? I mean, I understand. But if you want to compete with teams like freaking Georgia or Alabama or freaking Ohio State or, somebody who actually recruits like the top 5 every year, you got to recruit in the top 5 every year. Like, this is about ridiculous. And it's ridiculous that, considering even though we've been the better program and we should have better NIL than Florida, we are still getting out-recruited by Florida. Bro, we should not be getting out-recruited by Florida. That is ridiculous. And we're literally recruiting middle of the pack in the SEC. I know SEC, of course, it's going to be a bloodbath when it comes to recruiting. Because all SEC schools are good at recruiting besides, Vandy, Mississippi State, Kentucky. All those schools are good at recruiting. Besides probably the 3 I just mentioned. But it's ridiculous. It's beyond ridiculous. Like, if we want to start competing for national championships, we have got to do better on the recruiting trail. We've got to do better in the transfer portal. And if you don't, then the best you could probably do is make a playoff appearance. And maybe win a playoff game. But you ain't winning no national title, son. Man, you know, I was like, after we lost all these players in the transfer portal, you know, Squirrel White, Nathan Leacock, Caleb Webb, players like that, I was like, you know what? Even after all of that, I'm fine. Because, you know, we still have Mike Matthews coming back. Boo Carter, he's going to be playing on both sides of the ball. I like Braylon Staley coming in. I was like, you know what? I think we're going to be fine. And then we go out and lose Mike Matthews to the transfer portal. Like, what are we doing? Like I said earlier, again, I like Josh Heupel. I like what he's done with the program. My only problem with Josh Heupel is, I'm sorry, the dude's got to grow some balls. Like, he needs to freaking tell Glenn Ellerby, our offensive line coach, and he needs to tell Kelsey Pope, our wide receiver coach, he needs to tell them to get the frick out of here. This is about ridiculous. But you know what? He won't fire Glenn Ellerby because him and Glenn Ellerby are like best friends, so he ain't going to fire him. And not gonna lie, Squidtard, of course, you know, the guy I do the Vols podcast with, you definitely know that because I mentioned it like a million times on here. But he kept saying that this is going to be possibly a Tennessee Titans situation. Where, if you don't know, Mike Vrabel was, of course, Tennessee Titans' old head coach. Well, the head coach before Brian Callahan. And the reason Mike Vrabel lost his job is because he wouldn't fire his offensive coordinator, Todd Downing. Like, he just refused to fire him. Which, of course, would lead to Mike Vrabel losing his job. I feel like, in my opinion, this is starting to feel the same way. Sorry about that. iPhone storage decided to go completely full. But yeah, I think what I was trying to say was, Mike Vrabel, it cost Mike Vrabel his job because he wouldn't fire Todd Downing. And I feel like this could cost Heupel his job at some point in the future as well if he don't freaking fire some of these people on his staff. Like, I'm honestly starting to think that Heupel is definitely not the guy. I mean, I'm not saying he's a bad coach. He's not. He's a good coach, but he's not a great coach. He's not. I hate to sound like a full negaval here, but I mean, Heupel, he's a good coach. He's not a great coach. I like what he's done with this program, but I'm not saying we need to fire him right now. No. That would just completely bend us over if we fired him right now. Like, if we fired him right now, we would already go back to being in the complete dumpster that we were already just gotten out of. But I'm just saying, Heupel ain't. If the goal is to win national championships here at Tennessee, Heupel isn't the one who's going to do it. He's not. I'm sorry, he's not. He's not going to win us a national championship. Unless Hypo decides to look in the mirror and find out exactly what he's doing wrong and fix it just like that. Which, let's be honest, is not going to happen. So yeah, what? Schedule for next year, Alabama on the road, that's probably a loss. I don't think we're beating Bama next year. Georgia, always a loss. We can never freaking beat them. It freaking irritates me. Florida on the road, loss. Florida's going to be better than us next year. And then we're probably going to find a way to freaking lose to some team we shouldn't, like Mississippi freaking State. If we lose to Mississippi State, I swear, man. Because we always find a way. Ever since I was speaking the coach, we always just have to lose to one team that we shouldn't. Like, Pitt in the first year, we shouldn't have lost to them. Second year, lost to South Carolina. We shouldn't have lost that game. Year 3, lost to freaking Billy Napier, Florida. I know it was on the road, but still unexcusable. And then last year, losing to Arkansas. So probably going to friggin' lose to Mississippi State. So, Mississippi State fans, get ready. You're about to get yourself a program-defining win. Yay! God! But yeah. Things are just not looking good on the hill right now. Things are just not looking good. Do I think we're going to be terrible next season? No. We're probably still going to win like 7 or 8 games. But we sure as heck ain't winning double digits again. That's all I know. We're still probably going to win 7 or 8, like I said. But we're not winning 10 or plus games. And it's ridiculous that we're in this situation. We should not be in this situation. And about to be year 5. Shouldn't be in this situation, man. Shouldn't be. Oh well, that's enough ranting on for me. Hope y'all have a happy Sunday. Better Sunday than all these Tennessee fans around here. Freaking losing, it seems like everybody and their freaking grandma to the transfer portal. Would it shock me if there's about to be some fans entering the transfer portal soon? Yeah, see you guys later.